Seeing oil in your coolant reservoir, oil in your antifreeze, or a greasy film inside the coolant bottle is never normal. It doesn't matter if the engine runs fine or if the car isn't overheating. Oil should never mix with coolant, and when it does, something inside the engine or the cooling system is leaking. Below are the key symptoms, followed by the 5 real causes and how you fix each one. It's the Car Problems YouTube channel. Subscribe, and let's get started. Symptoms of oil in coolant. The coolant usually changes color and texture. Instead of bright green, pink, or orange, it becomes brown, cloudy, or looks like chocolate milk. Sometimes a thin, oily film floats on top inside the coolant reservoir. In heavier cases, the coolant turns into a thick, foamy emulsion that sticks to the walls of the tank. Many cars with this problem do not overheat immediately, which is why people often say oil in coolant reservoir but car not overheating. The temperature can stay normal at first, but the contamination will eventually cause overheating, water pump damage, or radiator blockage if you ignore it. Blown head gasket. This is the most common reason oil enters the coolant system. The head gasket separates the engine block from the cylinder head. When it fails, oil and coolant passages start to mix, and oil is pushed into the coolant reservoir. Typical signs include dirty coolant, pressure in the reservoir, and sometimes white exhaust smoke. Fix. Replace the head gasket and check the cylinder head surface. Sealers do not fix this properly. Cracked cylinder head or engine block. A crack between coolant and oil passages can also mix the two fluids. It's less common but more serious. This usually causes the coolant to get dirty again immediately after flushing. Fix. Welding or replacing the cylinder head, or in worst cases, replacing the engine block. Failed engine oil cooler. This is one of the easiest and cheapest problems to fix. Many engines use a coolant-based oil cooler. If the internal wall cracks, high-pressure oil enters the coolant. This is the classic situation when you have oil in coolant, but no coolant in oil, and the car runs normally. Fix. Replace the oil cooler and flush the cooling system thoroughly. Transmission. Fluid mixing through radiator. Some radiators have a built-in transmission cooler. If the internal tube fails, transmission fluid mixes with coolant. The contaminated coolant may look brown or reddish. Fix. Replace the radiator and flush both the transmission and coolant system. Leftover contamination from previous repairs. Sometimes the engine or cooling system was recently repaired and the coolant wasn't flushed properly. Old oil residue can float into the reservoir later. Fix. Deep flushing of the entire cooling system. How to fix the problem? The only correct repair is to fix the source of the leak. Then flush the cooling system until the coolant becomes completely clean. Driving long-term with oil in the coolant will destroy hoses, clog the radiator, damage the water pump, and can lead to engine failure.